So Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 says, "Behold, I will send Elijah the prophet before the great and dreadful day of the Lord." Malachi said, "Behold, I will send to you before the second coming of Christ a messenger who will give the exact same messages as Elijah and John the Baptist." So somebody has come in the context of the second coming that has given the Elijah message. And that Elijah has been treated just as bad as Elijah the Tishbite was treated, just as bad as Elijah number 2, John the Baptist, was treated. Same way, folks, because somehow those that profess to be God's children, they just don't get it. They never, ever learn. They don't learn. So the question is, if we're going to decipher this cryptic person who would come in the context of the second coming, who would give the Elijah messages, the only way we're going to be able to find out who that is to go out and see what Elijah's messages were. If we can see what Elijah preached, then all we've got to do is say, okay, this is what Elijah preached. So the person who would come in the context of the second coming would give those same messages as Elijah did. Well, let's go back in our Bibles. 1 Kings chapter 18, and this is now on the slide. 1 Kings chapter 18, it's up on the slide. Verses 18 to 20 in 1 Kings chapter 18. Of course, Ahab, now that's an interesting history, isn't it? Ahab was the leader of God's professed people of Israel. But somehow Ahab, as the head of God's professed people, had somehow united with a woman who in Scripture is identified with the papacy.